Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista and you're watching the Radical Angel Esoterica. So this is a general and love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of April 2019. So what are messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2019? Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2019. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries person, or a person with a lot of Leonian energy, someone who's easy and comfortable in the spotlight, someone who is a good leader or takes leadership positions easily. That also may show up in your spread today. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising for April 2019. Here we go, folks. I will be using the bottom of the deck for general energy for your reading today. Let's get our cards out. I'm doing the really nice, it's fairly basic but very efficient horseshoe spread. It's become one of my favorites. Yeah, someone who has to face something here as well. Gemini, if you have any Taurus in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe give that a view. There's some similar energy with regard to some information here. Bottom of the deck is a really nice, beautiful, successful outcome or feeling for the month of April. So even though we are dealing with perhaps some heavy energies, the Devil and the Knight of Air, for example, the Knight of Swords, as it were, those can be heavy or even unwanted energy this month, but I think that this is always a good opportunity for us to see something the way it really is or to come to terms with something. So it's not always negative, it's just sort of showing up for us to pay attention to it. But the Sun is really glorious, so as a general energy for the whole month for you, something successful awaits, and probably because of or following a celebration with friends. Really nice overall energy for the month for you regardless. Let's look at your past. Here we have little victories, something that felt like maybe you were on top of the world. And I think you did this work. Anytime we see the Six of Wands, we see someone who sort of climbed on the top of that soapbox or on top of that hill, or, you know, in many cases, the artwork is right on top of that horse, and you parade yourself around. You're okay with what you've done, and it's very striking here that you have, say, similar energy that in that vein with the Sun is the general energy. It's a very kind of look at me, look what I did energy. It's a little bit low in the totem with the minor arcana here, but backed up by the Sun, I would say that this is a really nice, personally empowering position for you in your past, and you could have done some travel here or have planned for some travel here as well. Here in the present, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a really nice, especially seeing that there's a nice little celebration back here under the Sun, the Nine of Cups in the present for you. And this could be having to do with Easter and all the things that come, the parties and the gifts and so forth that come with that. But the Nine of Cups is a really, very, what do they call it when you are, I'll think of it, I'll just rhyme off some other words because I can't think of the word. It's when you're feeling very successful, very emotionally well-balanced. There could be an element of, oh my word, I can't think of it. It is overconsumption. There's a word for it and I can't think of it. I'm so sorry. Indulgent. Yes. Okay, brain. There could be a level of indulgence here in the present, but we are still within the emotional world. So it's lovely. You get to share it with other people. People are in your corner, emotionally speaking, this month. So in your present, you're probably going to feel rather fulfilled, which is absolutely beautiful, Gemini. In your future, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn individual, or someone who exhibits these types of behaviors or energy. This is why I'm asking that you give the Taurus a little watch-see, just to see if there are additional messages there for you, as we are dealing with some similar energies with the major arcana as well. If you are a Gemini, perhaps married to or dating a Taurus, this could be helpful for you as well. With your future, someone who grows things. This is someone who is a very easy, in terms of its natural, the personality's natural tendency or propensity to nurture in a very practical sense. It's a very practical nurturing. This is the cooking and the baking and the washing and the cleaning and the cuddling and the buying of the clothes and the getting rid of what doesn't work and the calling the handyman, and very, very practical, down-to-earth, queenly energy, though. I mean, this isn't just, a little page. This isn't a little kid with some ideas on how to do it. This is an expert, okay? This is an expert on how to do all those things. So your future is really having a ton of skills, probably multitasking skills, with regard to all areas of your life in a very practical fashion. This could be you. You could have, like I said, have your own earth qualities in your own chart, or be dealing with an earth sign here. Here we have you. This is the devil. So don't take that the wrong way. We're just looking at its qualities. So the devil card, its major qualities are being stymied. This is addictions, codependency. This could even be something as simple as negative self-talk, talking yourself out of being practical, talking yourself out of a good time. It could be you looking at, say, a cloud in the sky or a shadow behind you, for example, as opposed to everything that's going right. So just be aware that you're your own best friend this month, because you in this position, you could be creating something that doesn't need to be there, or you could be involved in something which doesn't serve the highest good here. So pay attention to red flags. We could even have that show up here. But so you have so much gorgeous energy around you with relation to the past and the present, but you do have an opportunity here to learn some new information, something that you may not want to hear, or could be a little bit depressing. So while it's a gorgeous month, there's something here that's in the way, causing a shadow, and 10 to 1, it's going to be a thought, belief, idea, or concept about you or your business or something else, but definitely something in your life that you need to give more attention to here, because there is some information that could cut it all down. And maybe this is some of the energy here. You're trying to protect it, so you're trying to avoid it. But because we have the other information column with the judgment, this is something that's coming around again. You've probably already thought this was over, or you've dealt with this, or it was under wraps, or you had a handle on it somehow. Like I said, it's not like in an overt sense things were going poorly. It's just that something's rearing its ugly head here, and it needs another look, another look-see, another analysis. And I'm going to suggest here, with the challenge being the Knight of Swords, I'm going to suggest that this is information that you just generally don't want to hear, but will behoove you. You need this information. I think it's important that it matters who this information is from. Okay, so make sure this is a trustworthy person, someone who is on your side already, maybe someone who has been celebrating with you that you can trust. This person could be a Leo, even though this is a lot of air here. The underlying energy is the sun. So someone who you already know, who's either already doing well themselves or wants to see you do well. I mean, you know what that energy is like. It's a good energy. It's positive, as opposed to, say, something that brings you down, something that gives you maybe a little bit of stress, or you didn't want to hear it type thing. So it could even be someone who's sunny that you can trust as a personality type who has this information. The challenge is the information versus the person. And then here with your outcome, we have this feisty little Seven of Wands rather. So this is protecting something. I am going to qualify that here. The Seven of Wands it's defensive. Yeah, you could be protecting something, yourself, a veneer of happiness, the coding, the concept, the illusion, right? But something creeps back here. And more information is either necessary or you're given more information, and it's up to you to integrate it and maybe not fight it off. But let's see why the Seven of Wands is here as the outcome. Why is the Seven of Wands here as the outcome? Clarify the Seven of Wands as the outcome. Yeah, more earth. Someone who's very down to earth that you can trust is what I'm guessing here. They may have a message for you that you don't necessarily want to hear, want to deal with. At first glance, you don't even agree with it, right? But here it comes around again. Like I said, this is interesting because we're dealing with a lot of earth energy with regard to now a knight. So this is slow moving energy. Someone who is practical, down to earth, reliable, but slow moving, not maybe as quick or lightning fast as you would like. These are in fact two totally different energies, two totally different worlds. You have, a lot of Gemini energy here, for example, with the swords, and then you have a lot of earth energy here. So you could be interested or practiced at rushing around, gathering data, maybe not getting too deep with anything. The Messenger of Pentacles is saying, we have to slow down. We have to look at this carefully. Something needs to be decided in a very practical sense. We have to go from the world of ideas to practical. So these are major themes for the month of April for you, Gemini. I don't think nothing extraordinarily, dark or dangerous or anything like that. It could just be even the difference between thinking you know what's best to do and having that look good on paper, but in a practical sense, it's not feasible, or it doesn't suit everybody, or it's something that you're going to spend a lot of time defending, and then, is that a good use of time and energy? Here we have balance. This is closely associated, in my view, to the Justice card in the traditional tarot. Balance, however, in this deck relates to the world of art and creativity as well, so it really might be a nice time for you to develop that angle of yourself, that portion of your personality and being. Like I said, we do have the sun as the overall energy. It could be a really nice time for you to be in the spotlight with some ideas or themes. Here we have secrets. Yeah, Gemini, only you know what that's about. What are the secrets about? Right? Deep, deep, dark. Secrets is a very, very different energy to me, say, than privacy, right? Privacy is practical. We need this. Privacy is essential. Secrecy can actually cause harm, right? Big difference. So be aware here that there could be secrets afloat. Either you're keeping them or someone else is. And the balance is getting too much. Maybe something's out of balance. There's codependency here. There's a clinging tendency here. There's a comfort level here that isn't going to be accepting new information or evidence. Let your friends help you. So this is, you can use this any way you like, but I do consider these two decks good for creative or romance issues in particular. Ask for and accept support from others. Underneath the sun, as we said, we did have this Three of Cups, which is celebratory energy with your friends and co-workers. Of course, the 9 here is indulgent behavior. And, there's a lot of success behind these two cards too. This is deserved this is a deserved party and a celebration. I'm not saying don't celebrate. I'm just saying, maybe like I said earlier too, maybe there's one person that that you can super trust, who's on your side, who's that, sunny side of life person that you can trust. And I think that would be a really good person for you to turn to, let your friends help you, and then time to go primarily away from addictions or codependency here. Maybe even time to go from what is taking a lot of time for you here in defending something that may not be too practical. So maybe just cutting something out that doesn't work for you anymore here. And generally speaking, I'm going to suggest it's something that's you've already thought you've dealt with. Okay, it's coming around again here with the Judgment card. So that is your reading for April, Gemini. I really hope that you enjoyed that. Do check out your moon and rising sign videos if you're cross-watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.